first step when creating a Gradescope bubble sheet test is to actually write your test in Word or any other word processing software, and just have instructions like this at the beginning, which is that students should use a pencil or an erasable pen so they can correct mistakes. Tell them to completely fill in the bubbles and to fully erase any bubbles that they didn't want filled. And then this is the most important part probably, is that they should print their name and not write in cursive on the bubble sheet. So you would write your test in Word, then print out the test as you normally would to give to students in class. The next step is to set up the bubble sheet assignment within Gradescope. This video will not cover how to add Gradescope or get it set up in your course. We can set that up for you. It's very easy, but we'll just show how to actually set the assignment itself. So I'm in the Gradescope tool in my Isidore site, and I'll click on the Assignments button, and then I'll press the Create Assignment button here. And it's just giving me some options. So the assignment type that I want to select is bubble sheet, and then I will scroll down to the bottom and press Next. And then I'm going to give it a name, so I'm going to call it Planet Quiz because that's the name of my quiz. And then in terms of who's uploading the submissions, it will be the instructor, because the students are going to return to you the bubble sheets and then you're going to scan them in, and we will walk through that whole process. So I'll scroll down to the bottom and hit Create Assignment. And when I come up to the top, I can create my bubble sheet template. So at this point, I'm going to pull up my Word document. So I have my Word document to the left, so I can view it and answer the questions in the bubble sheet template. There are 200 questions on this template, and I can do exact credit or partial answers or either or answers. So my first question is, which is the smallest planet? So I'm actually going to make this an either or question, which is kind of silly, but I'm going to do A and D, and I'm going to make this one an either or question. It's going to be 1 point. And then this is a select all that apply question. So this is a question where I might do partial credit. And I will do Mercury and Venus have no planets, or no moons rather. And then for number 5, it's just demoing how a true and false question would look like. So that is true. So now that I've finished setting up my template, what I want to do is also print the bubble sheet for my students. So this is the template that you need to give to students in class. The most important things for them to fill out are really just their name. The ID number doesn't really matter, the section doesn't matter, date, and the version matters if you do make multiple versions of an answer key, which I will not demo in this video either. But just print this out for as many students as you have in your class. So once my bubble sheet is done, I'm going to scroll back to the bottom and hit Save Answer Key. And the next step is actually managing the submissions. So now I'm actually going to print my test, print my bubble sheets, and have some students take the test. So now that I have my test, I can go over to my departmental scanner and just put them in. And I'm going to have it send me a PDF, one single PDF of the entire, all the bubble sheets, all in just one stack. So this is the message I received from the scanner, and I'm going to download the file to my computer. I'll just put it in my downloads folder for now. Then I go back into Gradescope and I go to that assignment and click on the title of the assignment, and then I am on the Manage Scans page, and I'll select PDF files, and I will go to the file I just downloaded and I'll press open. And then it's going to go through this process of extracting the pages. That might take a little bit longer if you have more students, obviously, for the test. And now I'll scroll down to the bottom and I'll press Manage Submissions. And it's automatically matching the students' printed names to the name on the roster. So you can see that it successfully matched a few names, but students who had less legible handwriting or who didn't use their actual roster name and who wrote in cursive, they actually have to be manually matched. So I can just click on this little button here and scroll down to that student in my list. So now that I've matched all my students, I'll scroll down to press Grade Submissions. This page shows me that each question has been graded by the system. There's not much to do here, but you can just kind of confirm that everything's graded here, and then just press Review Grades, where you can see students' actual overall scores, some statistics for the overall test. If I want to, I can click on a student's name and see their individual assessment. If I want to, I can also go to statistics and see item analysis for the overall test, and then also for each of the questions, so you can see where students are struggling. If I learned that I'd actually incorrectly marked the answer key, what I can do is I can go back to the answer key and actually just change the answer, and then scroll down and press Save Answer key, and then it will actually regrade based on the change you made to the answer key. And now I have this option to post grades to Isidore, so I'm going to click on that, and I'll click Post Grades. Now if we go back into Isidore and go to the gradebook tool, the grade will be at the end of the gradebook, the far right of the gradebook, and it will be uncategorized if you have categories set up in your gradebook. So click on this little drop down, say Edit Item Details, and then put it into the category that makes most sense. But we can see that the grades indeed have been synced from Gradescope into Isidore.